Hello, and welcome to Customer Experience Leaders Chat by Nicereply, where we talk to support professionals from all over the world and discuss what's behind their team's success. This interview is brought to you by Nicereply, an all-in-one customer satisfaction tool that helps you measure and improve the quality of your customer service. We are here today with Yemi Oyitarin, manager of the Sports Performance Team at Desire2Learn. Yemi, welcome.
Thank you, Craig, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Yemi. Yemi, we're here today. We're going to talk a lot about goals and OKRs. So maybe we'll start with, just in general, what do you think about OKRs and how you plan them for an organization?
Yeah, thank you. Very good question. OKR, for our audience is the objective key results. And one of the things that I actually do whenever I'm thinking of OKR is to make sure that we have a conscious connection between the company's OKR and the support organization. We know that most leaders by default, and this is not to blame anyone, they tend to see support only as an avenue to provide that technical assistance. But beyond that, I'm able to see how we can look at support as the valid representation of the voice of the customers, help us to measure their pain points, their sentiment, and any feature question that they might probably have, feature requests that they might have. So when I'm looking at OKR for support organization, I'm looking at, the simple daily task that we are doing, something like taking an additional minute to respond to an email, taking additional step to understand why the client is asking for what they are asking for. All these daily simple tasks, they go into shaping the customer's experience and thereby providing them a phenomenal customer experience. So overall, when I'm looking at OKR, we want to be able to make the connection between the support organization OKR and the corporate and the company OKR.
Yeah, that's true. And in my experience, I think I see the exact same thing, that corporate OKRs tend to focus on things that aren't as concrete to a support team or individual. So what do you see as the impact to support, and how do you go about correcting that impact?
Yeah, thank you. So, building on the last point that I made, that everything has to be deliberate. So we need to make an intentional decision in mapping the company OKR, the corporate OKR to support. For example, we know for most organizations, we want to focus on profitability, new businesses, retention, scalability, etc. But when you ask a support member that, how do you contribute to that? They don't know. But in all honesty, they actually contribute to that, but it's indirectly. So one of the things that we try to do is to be able to recognize these, bring it out. For example, retention is one of our OKRs. We know it is key to be able to measure and gauge our customers' loyalty. We want to be able to measure their willingness to recommend the product. So one of the things that we do is in our NPS survey, which is the Net Promoter Score survey, we can add additional question, to the survey and say, why would you recommend this service? Include support as an option. And the reason why you do that is to be able to drive and see, number one, once you send out the survey, what are your clients saying? And of course, I'm not just going to say send the survey once or twice in a year. This is something that you can do like every quarter. If you are just starting to have a baseline. Once you have a baseline, you are able to get their feedback on the support end, on how many people would stay with your product because of the support organization, or how many people will recommend your service because of the support. And that would definitely help support to feel valuable in knowing that all these little tiny things that we are doing is actually contributing to the corporate care.
Yeah, building that connection is just absolutely vital. Too often, support is just so disconnected from how the day-to-day value of our service contributes to the organization. Now, that was very much at a team level. So how about at an individual level? Often the agents themselves just don't feel connected to the OKRs or see how this individual ticket is going to help retention or sales or anything like that. How do you make sure that those individual agents on your team are seeing that contribution as a value and are excited about achieving the certain key results that you've laid out?
Very, very good question. So the first thing that I think, everyone in leadership can do and improve on is make them aware. The first thing, let's drive enough education within the team. Let's bring visibility to these OKRs. You'll be surprised that, some members might not even be aware of the corporate OKR. So the first thing, let's bring awareness. The second thing, how we can actually make the team member, individual person know that they contribute to this is we're able to identify, the specific OKR that map to support, and then break it out to them in a way that they can easily consume the information, by, of course, I'm going to talk about having regular meetings and, set up a regular cadence where you are able to like go over these. Maybe some people might do it monthly basis, bi-weekly, whichever one works, and then share the stats, whatever stats that we have, whatever wins that we have. Let's celebrate every win. Let's make it a big deal. This is how to actually make sure that individual they are aware. Number one, once they are aware, we already broke down how those their effort map into the big buckets, and then we celebrate every win. And I think that's what I would definitely recommend.
Yeah, building awareness is absolutely critical to the success of OKRs, and it's great to hear that you do so much work there as well as celebrate those wins. But how do you make sure that each individual is set up for that success so that they can monitor whether they're reaching their goals, they're heading in the right direction, and that they each have an opportunity to reach those goals?
Thank you. So I'm going to take this question in two different perspectives. The first thing, um, is to make sure that each member of the team, when you are mapping out the OKR, they actually understand clearly what they are responsible for. And this is where I also, like to focus on understanding your team. So, your team in this age of COVID. I'm aware there are so many companies that are hiring new members of the team. So if you have a team that has a lot of new members, you have a lot of advancing or a lot of growing members, developing members. I love to call them developing members. And then you have a lot of advanced members. So these are three set of people that you have. Now, in mapping out the OKR, you don't want to give all of them the same OKR, the same objectives, because if you do, the people that are new members, they will probably struggle a lot, and they might think that they are not successful or they are not fit for that role. So one thing that we do, and also in reverse, if you look at the advanced members, whatever you give them, because they've been doing this over and over, they are quickly able to turn things around. So what you can do, what we do, is to change the focus for the advanced members. We make sure that they focus on onboarding and developing, helping to develop the new members. That way, the specific key results that we're expecting from them will be by the time these new members hit a certain milestone, these are the specific expectations that we are expecting from them. So they know what they are responsible and they are eager to contribute to it. Now, for the developing members know that they need to continue to grow their technical competency, and we are clear on the expectation for that role as well, which, by the time they get to that milestone, they are able to, they are aware. So now bringing me to the second question that you have, that, how do we celebrate this? How do we make them aware? Now, one of the things is, once we have all these clear objectives, We have a system in place that, on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, anybody can actually go there and find out how they are doing. And we have different team meetings where we call out those individuals that have been able to reach those milestones, and we celebrate it. Plus, we also incentivize, some of these things to make it interesting as well.
Such an interesting approach, and it must allow for a lot of trust between the support team and leadership that milestones will be celebrated, that they're going to be getting the support they need. They really do see the value that they bring to the organization on a whole.
Absolutely.
But ultimately, the OKRs are there to make sure that the organization and hopefully the customer ultimately succeeds. I think we can agree that when the customer succeeds, the organization succeeds as well. So how do all these pieces fit together to make that happen? The mentorship between your senior and junior employees, the deliberate nature of your OKRs, building that awareness of your OKRs. How does that benefit the customer?
One of the things that we've seen, because of course, all these satisfaction survey that we send out, is we've been able to win the hearts and the mind of our customers, and also by extension, because we've won their hearts and mind, we gain their loyalty. When you have someone taking his own time to be able to just try to understand what the client is trying to achieve here, not just resolving the case, not just resolving the ticket. You want to understand what is the goal, what is the problem that they are trying to solve. We are providing the additional values, and that is where the mentorship and the senior members, that's what they've been able to bring to the team, and also improve on the team fitness. This is the way, this is the expectation when we are dealing with our clients, that we want to be able to go beyond just saying, oh, my something is broken, I fix it. We want to be able to go extend that to, okay, what is the problem you are trying to solve? Let's understand the why, the what, the when of the question, and then go ahead and give them a robust response. So by extension, our clients are happy, we're winning their loyalty, and the team members too, they're happy.
I mean, this is the ultimate goal, right? Is that our team members and our customers are all happy. Yemi, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure having this conversation.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
And thank you to all our listeners for coming and joining us at the Customer Experience Leaders Chat by Nicereply with today's guest, Yemi Oyitirin from Desire2Learn. Make sure to check out our other support interviews and more quality content at nicereply.com.